All right, Shalom. First, I want to say, call Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who have taught us knowledge. Honors and salutations to you, sincere Aki. I'm out there doing the work with you sincerely. Shalom to you, Shalom to the Akwaf that believe as well. Fair use, by the way. Real quick, I caught this video, which it's from WeUn News. So fair use. They be trying to hit me with strikes sometimes, which is the copyright strikes. But anyways, I'm going to play a snippet of the video and to show you how these small hats are greatly despised because they're trying to act, or show an outcry like someone is doing them wrong or that everyone else is doing more evil or wickedness than them. And in this case, they're trying to call out the Iranians, which are the Persians, all right, which the world's issues or the world condition, all right, that is in is due to, the small hats ruling. And, the whole thing about them going at the Iranians is because, the small hats have constant war with the, the other nations around the so-called Middle East, especially the so-called Arab, which are the, sons of Ishmael. And so, pretty much in this one, again, going at the Persians, which are Iranians, they're trying to make it like, they're the problem when everyone knows who the real issue or problem is. So this is going to be a short video. Lord willing, it's edifying. I'm going to play a snippet of the video, let you see what's going on.
Now, the UN police temporarily detained Israeli ambassador at the ongoing UNGA session. The ambassador was detained for holding a protest while Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi was delivering a speech.
Israeli ambassador to UN, Gilad Erdan, was briefly detained after he waved a poster with picture of Mahsa Amini, the 22-year-old Iranian woman who died in police custody last year after she was detained for not wearing the hijab properly. Erdan.
All right. Again, fair use. So, the lady that was not wearing a hijab or hijab, however you would pronounce it, which was, she was an Israeli woman. They tried to use that, all right, as, means to start a war with Iran. Okay, they want the, NATO, which is led by the U.S., Babylon, to invade Iran, all right, and destroy Iran. And it's not working, okay? It's not working because, first of all, Iran has missiles too, and they can fight back, all right? But the point is, you small hats, okay, are greatly despised, okay? Let me get precept on that, okay? First, Obadiah, verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord, power concerning Edom. All right, so the subject matter is Edom. All right, and another word for Edom is Idumea. Okay, Idumea. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord, power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us go. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And here's the point. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Okay. And that's true because when you look up the number of them in the world, as you see, it says there are about 14 million small hats around the world, representing 0.2% of the global population. All right. But when you go in the scriptures, all right, when you go in the scriptures, what does it say? In the book of Hosea, and that's the first one that comes to my mind. There's many precepts, many scriptures that speaks about, the children of Israel, okay, being as the sand of the sea. Okay, now let's read it. Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel, see, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. See, and it's just a way to express the many Israelites there are, meaning there are many. Okay, the Israelites are are a great size of a nation. Okay, and there's 12 tribes. Okay, and each tribe is like a nation when you know the scriptures. Okay, and when you think about the sands of the sea, no, it's not literal. All right, it's not literally we're the sands of the seas. It's just saying that we are many. Okay, and when you look at who are the the biblical Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American people, you look at how many of us it is. You look at the so-called Negro, it's like a nation. The so-called Puerto Rican, that's like a nation. The so-called Mexicans, like a nation. So on and so forth. So-called Cubans, right? Dominicans, whoever you want to name of other tribes. All right. Now those are the the names that they're called, that they labeled us. Okay. Our biblical names is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, Ephraim, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher, Gad, Reuben, right? But I'm just saying the names that we're called by today. Okay. But we are as the sand of the sea, meaning that we are many. Okay. But the people right here, 0.2% of the global population, that's not many. Okay. That's not many at all. When you look into the accounts of when they came over to this side of the world, as far as the the Edomites, the Spanish, the English, the French, all right, they killed, all right, they murdered, all right, in the what's that, the tens of millions, all right, hundreds of millions of so-called indigenous Native Americans and so-called Hispanics, as you know it today. They murdered a lot of our people. Okay. And that still got this number by a long shot, 14 million. That's small. So again, it says back in Obadiah, let me go back to that again. Verse 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Meaning what? People hate you. Okay. People, the nation of Esau, Edom, will be hated. Okay. Let's see here. All right, despise, feel contempt or a deep repugnance for. All right, and here's a similar or synonyms. It says detest, hate, loathe, abhor, abominate. All right, well, Yahweh Shah called the Edomites an abomination. Remember, he said the abomination that make it desolate. Okay, and who you think that's in our land? Okay, the same people that make it desolate. Okay, let's go from there. I want to go to the book of Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 35 and 15. It says, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel. And what's the inheritance of the house of Israel? Okay, the land of Israel. Because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. See, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea. Talking about who? The Edomites. All right, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, now when you go, because I mentioned Idumea, that's still a way of saying Edom. See, Idumea, it says Edom. All right, Edomite, Idumean, descendants of Esau. So it's talking about the Edomites, man. Who in the land right now? The Edomites. And they've been experiencing, hostility from the nations that surround them, because why? They don't belong in that land. Neither are the heathen that's fighting with them over our land. Okay? You so-called Arabs know you don't belong in that land. All right, Ishmael. All right, it says in the next chapter in Ezekiel 36, in verse 2, it says, "Thus saith the Lord God, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession." Yeah, because what? They got the land of Israel in their possession. And they laugh at us. Okay? They laugh at us. Verse 3, "Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, and they have, through slavery, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen." And where we scattered to? The Lord scattered us among the heathen. Excuse me. All right, that's one of the curses, that we will be scattered among the heathen. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Okay. Matter of fact, I'll get it real quick and I'll come back here. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. See, it says consequences of disobedience, right? And on the NLT side, it says curses for disobedience. See? Because why? We're under these curses. Verse 15, it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And these are actual curses that are upon us as it is this very day, because the Lord made them, the curses a sign upon us, so that the heathen may look upon us and know that we are under the curses, all right, of our God, okay, which is the God of, or power of heavens and earth, okay. His name is Yahweh, and the son name is Yahweh Shai, okay, which is the Redeemer of Israel. All right, verse 64, it says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other." Yeah, so we on this side of the earth and on the other side of the earth, okay? It says, "And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." And you see so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans doing that, worshiping idols, things made with man's hands, okay, graven images. So that did happen to our people, even as it is this very day. Now, you had a number of our people come out of that so-called Christian church, but hey, they still have a stronghold on a lot of our people, or these different religions. Okay. Back in Ezekiel 36 and 3, it says, "Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord God, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people." Because you look at it, when you look at this UN Security Council, all right, where this small hat is at, right? There's no one there to represent us. Who's representing the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans at the United Nations Council meetings? Okay? No one. Because why? We're infamy of the people. We're the infamy. If you don't know what infamy means, let me see. Let's go back here. Infamy. Okay. The state of being well known for some bad quality or deed. Says similar to, says disrepute, ill repute, ill fame, loss of reputation, disgrace, dishonor, shame. All right, we have been put to shame, all right, by being under subjection under these heathen, okay, for reproach, okay, disesteem, Okay, so you get what the word infamy means, and the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, we are infamy of the people. Okay, wrong gap, Shalaki. I want to jump down to the point right here. Verse 5, therefore thus said the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Okay, and you know Idumean, which I proved that it's talking about the Edomites. Remember, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, and you know the people over in the land, all right, the people over in the land fit the description of Esau. Okay, they fit the description of Esau. Okay, look at this, red all over like a hairy garment. Okay, now do some of our people look like them? That's, you know, just speck a bird, or yeah, of course, but mainly is Edom, Idumea. Okay, and how did they appoint the land in their possession? It's called the Declaration of 1948. All right, this guy, what's his name, Henry Balfour. All right, the Balfour Declaration. Okay, that's appointing the land into your own possession. Okay, and pretty much, you know, when you go into the 1925 Jewish encyclopedia, they tell you who modern day Jewry is. Okay, this is why they don't let that book be out in the public, because that book says that modern day Jewry is Edom. All right, and it's out of their own book. Okay, and so this is why they're having trouble in that land. All right, and it's going to continue until the Lord cleanse that land, because the Lord is going to cleanse that land. Okay, and the Lord is going to plant His people, all right, in that land, the 12 tribes of Israel, and that haven't taken place yet. All right, and so until then, it's going to be constant, tension and hostilities going on over in that area. Okay, because the Lord is going to even cleanse that land by fire. So none of you Israelites should be wanting to go over there to the land, because if the Lord going to cleanse it by fire, if you go over to that land, you're going to be hit by fire too. So it makes no sense to you want to pack up and go over there. And then, you're going to be totally humiliated anyway, because Edom controls the land. Okay, you're going to go over there, they're going to make you put on the hat. Okay. Let's see here. Pull this up real quick, because they speak about that in the Apocrypha. Yeah, here we go. Second Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, for he built, let me see. I'll start a little bit. Second Maccabees 4 and 10. I'm gonna read down. Which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation to Greekish fashion, and the royal privileges granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Eupolemus, who went ambassador to Rome for amity and aid. He took away and putting down the governments which were according to the law. He brought up new customs against the law. For For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat. All right, this is this is going back to the time when the Edomites was in power as the Greeks. Okay, and the Greeks transitioned into the Romans. Okay, but this is what they did. They made them put on a hat, and that's exactly what they wear to this very day. When you go over to that land, they're gonna make you put on the hat. Okay, small little hat, because again, Esau's descendants is over there in that land. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna be humiliated. You got to serve in the military. You're gonna be in the ghetto. They're gonna put you in the little ghetto. All right, like in Damona, Israel, and they were kicked out. Okay, if you were heathen, you can go over there, but if you were actual Israelite, you humiliated and kicked out of the land. See, so I mean, why even bother, right? But anyways, I want to say, Lord willing, this video have been edifying. I am gonna make it long and quick, but Lord willing, it was edifying, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Shalom.